Yeah.
Wait,
So I'm a
so
little
let's
nervous
take
about
that.
that.
Let's take that one by one. Those are both some
Yeah.
interesting things, especially a lot of people who come here as English teachers. So you said you wanted
Mm,
to get your special English teacher's license. Like, what's the deal with
yeah.
that?
So okay, so let me kind of break that down because
Hmm.
a lot of people actually aren't aware that this exists, and it's not
Yeah.
super easy to get either.
Hmm.
So most English teachers kind of fall into this category of what's called an ALT, and that stands for
Okay.
Assistant Language Teacher,
Hmm.
or AET is Assistant English Teacher, or whatever
Hmm.
you want to go by. Um, and for 99% of people, that's totally fine. That kind of fits their bill. Most English teachers that are coming here are out of college
Hmm.
um, graduates that are just kind of looking for something to do for a couple of years
Hmm.
before they settle into a career. And then there's some people who end up staying longer than here and want
Hmm.
to make something more official than that. And you still have people who are doing ALT jobs, like, and they're in their 40s or
Hmm.
50s. So
Hmm.
it's not a bad career choice.
Hmm. Okay.
Um, but there are some limitations that you have,
Hmm.
and some of those limitations is you don't have a lot of agency
Yeah,
at
right.
school.
Because you're an
Um,
assistant.
yes, yeah, you'll be given, like, at my school, I'm given a lot of kind of independence and responsibility just because I showed competence.
Hmm.
But there's a limit to that.
Hmm.
But as soon as you kind of break out of that job title, then you can
Hmm.
you can start pursuing and getting teachers licenses
Hmm.
here. And what a special teacher's license is your school sponsors you in
Hmm.
the Board of Education, and you'll
Hmm.
go and have like some interviews with
Hmm.
government officials who are part of like the
Hmm.
board, and you can apply for a special teacher's license, and then you'll get
Hmm.
that license, and it's actually a 10-year license.
Okay.
So it lasts a long time. And
Hmm.
basically that license says you are allowed to teach English officially
Hmm.
on your own at private schools here in Tokyo.
Okay. Okay. So without that
So yeah,
license, you can't teach by yourself as an independent teacher.
officially, yeah,
Officially, yeah.
officially,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
I
yeah.
see.
Usually, you'll have to be chaperoned by another teacher,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, that's a big step for me.
Hmm.
I have been teaching. Well, yeah, I've got a lot of teaching experience for
Hmm.
the past 5 years,
Hmm.
but it'd be nice to have like an official thing, like, hey, I'm an actual
Yeah. Right.
teacher. Like, that feels good,
Right. Get recognized and have that more flexibility. Yeah. So if people
Yeah.
want to then kind of branch out on their own and they want to graduate from the ALT track and be their own teacher, then they need to get this license, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So,
Yeah.
it's,
And
yeah,
oh, go ahead.
no, ladies first.
Oh, I was gonna say, so kind of following up to that, like,
Yeah.
uh, so one of the things that is commonly associated with
Hmm.
that is Japanese language ability.
Okay.
And so N2 is probably a little bit out of my reach for this year,
Okay.
but I'd
Okay.
like to pass the N3 test.
Okay.
And so for those that don't know, like, the
Hmm.
language tests have, like, I think 4 levels, or is there level
Yeah.
5? I don't think there's level 5. I think it's 4, right?
Maybe. Yeah. It's at least it's
Yeah.
4, 3, 2, 1, and one is the highest, and then it
Yeah.
goes down from there. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's kind of my goal. I don't know
Hmm.
when this year, but I want to try and
Hmm.
pass level 3. So
Yeah.
that's where I'm aiming.
Yeah. So it's pretty much like the standardized Japanese language ability test and kind of like the SAT or any other sort of standardized test and stuff like that.
Mhm.
I was it like back when I was here in 2014, I took the N1 and I missed it by 2 points because I forgot to study for it until like the night before. So I studied a lot in the
Yeah.
beginning, then I got busy and then I was like, oh crap, I have it tomorrow. Let me study more. If I had just researched a little bit more, I would have passed it. But whatever, I don't need it. So it's fine.
No, no, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely one of those things. It's if you can just show you're fluent in
Hmm.
Japanese, you don't need
Yeah.
it. But it's one of those things that's nice to just kind of pad a
Right.
resume with, basically.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
And
Exactly.
Japan is all about unlocking doors here.
Hmm.
So if you can show like a fancy resume, it's like you
Hmm.
can you can get into a lot of places here.
Yeah, man.